Hello, Leo. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading we'll be dealing with. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's read for you as well. Thank you. Interesting. What is that? Appreciate the patience, Leo. Like, do I feel a hair? Do I not? All right, let's see what's going on. What is that called? What a thank you, Leo, for showing me this. What a fascinating energy. I don't believe I've actually seen that before. Yes, one moment. Where is it? Right there. Found it. Okay. But I have never seen that before. What is that called? I'm not too sure what that's called. What does it mean when you try to what's that term? I'll actually have to research this. This is fascinating. What is the term when you try to invent your own religion, like your own faith, your own belief, your own system? What does that mean? What is like, is someone trying to create a? Be careful with where I go with this one. Okay, maybe they're let's see. Maybe they're kind of, I don't know, trying out different faiths, belief systems for the sake of, seeing what they kind of connect with or align with a little bit more. Well, there's the tower. Damn. Guess that kind of fell through. All right. Close but no cigar. So jumping into this, Leo. Goodness gracious. What are you doing? I'm looking at a mad scientist. A mad scientist in. Okay. I'm looking at a mad scientist. All right, we'll go with it. But what is that? You're kind of emphasizing exactly that. Like, maybe they're not too sure what they kind of believe in or what they kind of go to, or I guess what they look up to. Yeah, do you look up to the one upstairs? Do you look to the one downstairs? Do you look at kind of life just, like a realist, I guess, like, just kind of like dead in the eyes? Um, where are you at? You know what they say sometimes, as above, so below. But they're also showing me like as above, so below. They look up and they're like, damn, and they kind of look down, they're like, damn, and they kind of just can't look up, can't look down. So they're forced to kind of look at this situation, face to face, like head on, eye to eye. It's like, I don't understand that. Unfortunately, Leo, what they are showing me right away with you, there's the Eight of Cups. That means, emotionally speaking, they've bye bye. They've checked out. They've checked out. I don't know why they've created something for themselves where it's kind of like they feel like this is making things easier to kind of deal with the dynamic or the situational circumstances between the two of you. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why. What are you up to, scientist? What are you up to? Because even you're showing me like your own work, your own study, your own whatever it is that you're into, you could care less. Unfortunately, it's like Leo is somehow your belief system. I don't think I have anything that I could use as an example. Your belief system isn't working for you. But you're also kind of putting, let's just say, you're kind of also putting that belief system into a box. And you're also putting, energetically speaking, Leo's energy into that box with it. And you're pushing that aside and saying, nah, nah, forget about it. I don't know why you show me that. There's the devil. Hey now. I guess, they kind of hung their head a little bit and they're kind of like, hey, how's it going? How's it going down there? Hey, Leo, how's it going? Heads up, keep a sharp eye. Heads up, keep a sharp eye. What is this? What is this energy? Once again, that same example. There's a Seven of Swords coming out. That is strategy. That is purely strategy. I don't know why. How do I say this? Just to kind of cut through the bullshit, Leo. Just to kind of cut straight through the bullshit. If they have to, if they have to almost like so much work and so much effort, so much trying energy of them try. If whatever the dynamic or situation or circumstances between the two of you isn't on good standing or on good grounds in a sense, to where they can look at you in the eyes point blank and feel that something here between the two of you. How to word this? Isn't good enough to withstand whatever trials and tribulations the two of you are going through. Huh. If that's what I'm saying. Why are they trying to find this roundabout way? Why are they trying to find this roundabout way? By the way, they're scared that you'll catch on to them, Leo. They're scared that you'll catch on to them, and they're like, "Fuck, shit. What am I gonna do?" And that's why they go into that. That's kind of like why they go into that devilish energy of strategy and being sneaky and shady. It's like, "Fuck, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" They're like, fuck. I gotta say something. I gotta break the silence. I gotta say something. That is them feeling as if they are losing their grasp or their upper hand of literal with that devil energy there, manipulation, control. That's what that is. The devil energy is control. Like once again, Leo, survival mode, fight or flight. Why do you? Never mind. I'm not gonna go there and teach that. If they have to strategize how to approach you, if they have to strategize, once again, how to strategize, Always like that one because it's close. If they have to, maybe I'll do this one. You can see it. There it is. We'll do that one. How about that? We'll do the Dark Knight. If they have to strategize with how to talk to you, it's probably not a good thing. If you can't just openly, honestly, authentically communicate to Leo just point blank, that's a bit of a red flag. That's a red flag. That means you're probably thinking some things and not saying everything of what you're up to. Excuse me. You're not giving Leo the truth and nothing but the truth. Right hand to who? Would you swear on it? There's the Lovers. You are at the crossroads. Interesting. They're trying to piece it together, Leo. They're trying to piece this together right now. They're like, what the fuck? That means they're probably doing this. There's a Seven of Pentacles sideways. I wish I had the. I gotta get the classic. As we all know, this one's looking at. I believe in the classic Rider-Waite. Seven of Pentacles. He's kind of like standing there, right? He's kind of standing there, contemplating why the plants or why the flowers, why his garden isn't growing. Yeah, I think that one clicked, huh, Leo? That one clicked. You know, the garden, it smells like shit. It smells like bullshit, which is great for, growing plants in a garden. But did you put the seed in the ground? Did you put the proper seed in the ground? Did you inspect and check the seed? No. I just scattered it around everywhere. Okay, so the birds came along and started pecking out the ground and ate up all your seed. What they're emphasizing, Leo, is they don't know any other way. That devil energy, another word for that is desperation. It's bad enough that it's toxic. It's bad enough that it's sometimes considered taboo. There's a certain point or a certain extent of someone who doesn't, energetically speaking, you don't want to give up on someone. You understand that, but there's also what's that saying: if you love someone, let them go. If you love someone, let them go. Meaning, you can come and go as you please. You are not a prisoner. You are not a prisoner. You are free. You can come and go as you please. Because I love you, you can come. But because I also love you, you can go. I'm not going to stand in your way. Yes, because there is love and care there. You're not, of course, you're not going to want them to leave. That makes sense. But there's that allowance. There's that energetic allowance of movement and freedom. Otherwise, you're looking at nothing but Peach and Bowser's castle. Bowser just keeps wanting to obtain and possess and keep Peach in his tower or his castle like some sort of trophy, like some sort of, collector's item, some sort of, memento. Oh, check out who I'm with. They're a real fucking catch. I did that. You mean like a bass on one of those plaques on the wall? Why is everybody always messing with me? Forget what it was. Billy the bass. You push the button and the fish starts like flopping around and like, why is everybody always picking on me? They know they're slowly losing you more and more, Leo. Um, yeah, once again, it comes down to a situation where this is very personal and very kind of, I gotta say it once again, very selfish, very kind of like self indulgent, very kind of like it's about me, it's about what I want. Yeah, but what you're showing me, cross watchers, you're not stopping to consider what Leo wants. If Leo wants to walk away and not come back, hard, difficult, painful, yes, but if you love them, allow them to. It's that devil energy that says, no, I'm going to try and trap you here so you can't ever leave me. Okay, it's not love. It's not love. What's that song? Saint Anger by. The lyrics are Saint Anger wrapped around my neck. Makes me think of back then, geez, now it must have been 7 or 8 years ago. I remember being at this grocery store and this guy had the devil's hands tattooed around his neck. That was pretty interesting, symbolic. Trying to stop someone from speaking their truth. Watch what you say, or else. Or else what? Go figure. Go figure. Once again, yeah, once again, as trying to stop me from speaking, selfish. It just goes back to that selfish greed. Hello, my name is Dr. Green Thumb. I'd like to tell you just where I'm from. Greed. Once again, Leo, greed. That's what that is. It's greed. I want, I want, I want, therefore I'll do anything I have to obtain or possess. That's that. That's selfish, that's greedy. Um hmm. Interesting. There's a three of swords. It's got a price. It's got a price. Um, it's got a price. Unfortunately, it's got a price, and it's got a big price. That's kind of like when, for example, that's like when a narcissist is like, I don't understand why no one wants to be around me. I just don't get it. Of course you wouldn't, because you can't see past yourself. You can't see past your own nose. You can't think outside your own mind. You can't think outside your own emotions and feelings. Why do you think everyone around you disappeared? Because you made everything, absolutely everything, about you. And you didn't even stop to consider other people's emotions, feelings, thoughts, what they've got going on, where they're coming from, what they're going through. Um, when you feel like you're losing, like I said, I understand that when you feel like you're losing everything, yeah, it causes you to grasp onto things that much tighter. It makes me think of like one of those military movies. Um, when someone's about to lose their brother or something, they're just holding them like dearly for life. Like, no, 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 no. Like, hey, hang in there. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. I get that. I understand that. But at the same time, there's also in that moment that unfortunate realization of no matter how badly you may want someone to stay with you, their situation, where they're at in their condition, their thoughts, their emotions, their circumstances, it is what it is. There has to still be that allowance. And that's why that difficulty and that's why that painful price and that experience comes into play is no matter how badly you may want something, life may have different plans. Like I said, humans make plans and the life spirit universe laughs. You may not think it's funny, but through experience and wisdom, you begin to understand why it laughs. Kind of like a mandala. It's there one moment, gone the next in the blink of an eye. Bye.